Critical Thinkers Playground. Summary of the article. This article that I selected explains the ongoing concern and issue of religion violence in the world today. The article states that in 2018, over one-fourth of the world's countries experienced many hostilities which were initiated by influence of religious hatred, mob violence due to religion, terrorism, and harassment of women for violating religious codes. Secondly, the article has reported that the increase in religious violence affects both global and every religious group. In addition, the 2018 Minority Rights Group reported that the number of mass killings and other atrocities have been growing rapidly in countries. As well, the hostilities against Muslims and Jews have grown significantly across Europe, as well as threats against Hindus. Lastly, the article discusses that many of these violent encounters have been recorded in over 50 countries. Countries such as Syria, Iraq, Nigeria, India, and Bangladesh are places that have experienced huge numbers of violent encounterments. Summary of the article continued. According to the article, 1975 to 2015 figures indicates that the number of non-religious conflicts began decreasing after 1992. However, the number of religious conflicts continued to increase rapidly and became the biggest conflict in the world. Christians, Buddhists, Hindus, Jews, Muslims, Sikhs, and others have tried to end and stop religious violence for decades. In addition, religious leaders are always criticized for not taking responsibility and never taking the necessary actions to prevent religious violence. Instead, faith communities are presumed to be involved in promoting the religious violence, which is unfair since millions of people of faith are always involved in helping the poor and rebuilding their way of life in the aftermath of war against religions. Why is this particular item interesting to me? This particular item of interest is interesting to me because this can actually relate to the movie For Greater Glory that we watched during class. There are similarities between the article and the movie, and in comparison, they both explain how religious violence is condemned in the world and people suffer because of their beliefs and faith due to their religion. In the article, it discusses outbreaks of violence between Christians and Muslims across Africa. In the movie, it shows us churches being burnt down and the execution of a Catholic priest due to a corrupted government. How does this event apply to my life? Well, this event applies to my life since we live in a world where we see violence and corruption in people and even governments, surprisingly. The article that talked about John Tory back in 2009 decided to talked about how John Tory wanted to defund Catholic schools. I felt that it was wrong for him to do that since I go to a Catholic school, and thinking that he believed that it would save money made me feel angry. Did I discover anything new about myself, faith, or the world? No. But I'm lucky that I have not encountered religious violence in my life. But I definitely pray to people in the world who deal and suffer religious violence every day. And I hope it will eventually stop because I feel that every human beings which were created by God, who is the creator of our world, promised to deliver us happiness and unity for all of mankind, not to have humans destroy their mortality by hurting others. Here's my reference.